Hey, happy Tuesday to everybody. It's Daryl here. It's not so bright and freaking early anymore. It's 3 p.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I am frustrated. I am a Gen Xer. I'm 58 years old, okay? And this is what I've noticed, and you guys have probably noticed this too. The vast majority of people my age, especially guys, if I had to guess the percentage wise, I would say 95% of the guys my age in Gen X are Trump supporters, which I just don't understand how they can believe this. I'll get into that more in a second. And I guess that about, I don't know, 40 to 70% of women, Gen Xers, my age, 58 years old, are Trump supporters. And I came across two posts on Facebook today. Stick with me here. Just two posts. And as I read them, they are, I don't know if I should call them dishonest, idiotic, or exaggerations, or all of the above. And here's the thing that really gets me is one person, these are all people I went to high school with. They're mostly women and a couple of guys that I went to high school with, right? And they just, one of them posts this, and then you just see likes popping up. You know, another, they all like it. They got pictures of Donald Trump going like this and stuff like that. And I need to read you guys these posts because I don't know if they believe the nonsense that Donald Trump says, if they just repeat it back and forth to each other and they all start to believe it. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Stick with me here because this just blew my mind. All right. I'll probably put these on the thumbnail so you guys can read them. This is the first one. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a guy going like this, and it says, "So let me get this straight." Okay. And it says, "I'm paying taxes on my wages, then paying sales tax to spend my own money, then paying income tax on money that was already taxed. Then when I die, my kids pay the death tax on my money that was already taxed." Okay. Now look, we've been paying taxes. People pay taxes. That's it to say, you know, you live in a society. This is just part of living in a society. Is it fun to pay taxes? No, but you need fire trucks, roads, and then of course, yeah, money for the Ukraine, money for Israel, money for Palestine, money for whatever. It's part of freaking life, man. I don't know if these people are selfish or tight or what. They just keep complaining about taxes. But okay, so in this post here, the word tax is lit up. So it says, "I'm paying taxes on my wages, then paying sales tax to spend my own money, then paying income tax on my money that was already taxed. Then when I die, my kids pay the death tax on the money that was already taxed." Now, look at this and see what an exaggeration it is. And they all read this and they all thumbs up. Oh, it's all Joe Biden's fault. You know, like as if Donald Trump, when he takes office, all of a sudden all the taxes are going to disappear. But that's not even my point. My point is how dishonest and exaggerated this is. I'm paying. Okay, so it says I'm paying taxes. Okay, so the first word taxes. Then it says on my wages. And then later it says, then paying income tax on money that was already taxed. Isn't income tax and then taxes on the money on my income tax? It says, I'm paying taxes on my wages. Okay. And then it says, I'm paying money on my, I'm paying income tax. Now, those are both the same thing. It's a gross exaggeration. It's counting like income tax and taxes on my wages as two different things, you know. And they all give it the thumbs up, you know. Like this is it's a gross exaggeration, and they all put the angry face and the F Joe Biden and all this other stuff. And this has been going on since there's been a country, and what do you think? They think Donald Trump is just going to get rid of all the taxes, but that's not even the worst one. Stick with me here. This one just put me over the top. All right, check this out. It says AAA says properly inflated tires can save 3 cents per gallon. Properly counted ballots can save $3 a gallon. They just posted that today, okay? These are all people I went to school with, and they're all giving it the thumbs up, and they all got pictures of, F Joe Biden. Let's go over this. It's been 4 freaking years, and you're still whining that supposedly that the election was stolen, yet there hasn't been one freaking shred of truth. So you guys are all still whining about this, So supposedly they're saying that, they're not saying it's rigged, but they're believing Donald Trump's claims still 4 years later with no proof whatsoever, none. Show me the proof. Put it in my comments. Not just a link to some obscure far right thing. Tell me exactly. Don't give me the link. Tell me how where's the proof? There is none. You guys are just sore freaking losers, but that's not the worst part of this. Properly counted ballots can save $3 a gallon. So they're basically saying here today, here in Connecticut, they're saying that gas is like $7 a gallon. They're actually telling each other, they're believing what Donald Trump is saying, because Donald Trump is saying that gas is $7 a gallon. So they're basically saying here that gas is $7 a gallon or $6 a gallon or something like that. And when Donald Trump takes office, after the votes are really counted, then it's going to go down to what, $3? Here's the problem with that, though. I just looked this up this morning. Here in Bristol, where I'm sitting right now, gas is $3.35 a gallon. $3.35 a gallon, not $7 a gallon. Okay, so in reality, if you listen to this, when Donald Trump takes office, gas is going to be 35 cents. Because gas is really $3.35 right now. So I'm thinking to myself, and I see all these people that I went to school with, supposedly smart people, giving it the big thumbs up. And they're all repeating this to each other and liking the post. And they're all believing that the election was supposedly, the ballots weren't counted right, or the election was rigged or whatever. But even worse than that, they're actually believing, do they not fill up their own gas tank? Do they not pay do they not go to the gas station? Do they not drive by the got station? Because here in Connecticut, and in mostly around the entire country, gas isn't even over $4 a gallon. And here's another part of this. It's not up to the president. The president does not make the price of gas. It does not set the price of gas. The president has absolutely nothing to do with the price of gas. That's OPEC. That's whatever. And the price of gas is $3.35 a gallon. And they're all just giving this the thumbs up, So supposedly, when the election is, so what's going to happen if Joe Biden actually does win the election in November? What are these people going to do? Because they're still telling each other that it was rigged. They're still telling each other that the ballots weren't counted. They're going to go out of their freaking minds. Look what they did with the upside down flags and all the expletives when Trump was just found guilty. Can you imagine what they're going to freaking do if and when Joe Biden wins again in November and Donald Trump tells them that it was stolen? They're going to lose their freaking minds. You think Black Lives Matter was rioting? Wait until you see what these lunatics do listening to Donald Trump. Again, this guy should have never been allowed to run again because you think January 6th was bad. Wait until you see what he does now. And they're believing this with the gas prices. What is that about? And they're all, it's not just one person. There's like 10, 12 people all giving it the thumbs up. All believing that gas is $7 a gallon. This is why I will never date or marry another Trump supporter, because they're either dishonest, or they're idiots, or they're exaggerating extremely over the top, or all of the above. Insanity. The links will be down below for gas prices or whatever. And I'll use the picture of these ridiculous posts on the thumbnail. Have a good Tuesday.